Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be looking at the compatibility between the new Eldar Autarch that's just come out with the Eldritch Omens box and the existing Eldar Autarch, and see what weapons can fit to what, because Games Workshop made a big point of saying that the weapons from this kit were interchangeable with this one and vice versa. So you could perhaps take the Banshee blade and the fusion pistol from this existing Autarch and put it on the body for this one, and again some of the weapons on this one like the new Starglaive could be fitted to the existing Autarch that we know. First things first, we're going to look at the model inside of it, see what can fit to what. We'll look at the possibility of magnetizing as well, and then later on in the video we'll talk about what's actually legal from a rules perspective, because we've only got the data sheet at the minute that's come with this box. I know there's been some codex leaks, and if you look at the cover of the upcoming codex, the actual loadout that the Autarch's got on the front there, technically, if we're going off this data sheet, isn't actually legal, but we'll discuss that later on in the video. First things first, I'm going to cut the parts off the sprues, we'll put them into two separate piles, and I'll see what fits to what, and then we'll go from there. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, as you can see, we've got the parts off the sprue, and we've got the bodies of the two Autarchs built up, so let's have a look to see what's compatible with what. So if we start off with the new Eldar Autarch body, I've gone for the female torso. We'll have a look what's compatible from the old kit. So if we just bring that into focus slightly. Fusion pistol fits nicely. You can have it down to the side. So just hold that in place. Down to the side, or you can have it aiming forwards. And it does sit flush, so that's fine. Banshee blade. You can have at an angle, sort of facing forward or straight up in the air, so that's fine, that fits. Sweeping hawk wings, same connection on the back as the Autarch's cape, fits, no issues. So the sweeping hawk wings fit on the new body, so that's good. And as for the head, the Mandy Blaster helmet does have a peg on the bottom, and the new Eldritch Omens body doesn't have a peg. That's fine, you can just trim that off. Other than that, it will fit absolutely fine. We'll talk about what's legal and what's not according to the data sheet later on, but in terms of everything from the old kit, in weapons and those sweeping hawk wings fit on the new Eldritch Omens Autarch body, so that's good. So looking at the old body, so the existing Autarch, as you can see, I've got the body built up on the base, so we'll take a look at what weapons fit this one. Starting off with the glaive, I've got a magnet in mine. Fits absolutely fine. Sorry, I'm looking on the camera and not at the model to see if I can get it in there. So that fits nice and flush. You could have it at a slight angle or sort of there. I think that's probably the best position. Scorpion chainsword, bring that in. Now the only issue with this is you only get one force shield with the Eldritch Omens Autarch to go on the wrist, so if you're sticking it on the Starglaive, then you're going to be left with a gap here. You might have to nick one from maybe Wraith Blades or Dire Avengers if you can, I don't know. But does that fit? Yeah, that fits nice and flush, so the Scorpion Chainsword fits, that's fine. Apologies for my fumbling here, I'm just trying to look on the camera at the same time that I'm doing this. Range weapons, Death Spinner. Just make sure that's sat flush. Yep, that fits absolutely fine. Sits nicely between the leg and the cape, so that fits okay. Shrieking pistol. Fits nice and flush, that's fine. I tried fitting it in the aiming downwards position, it looks a bit weird and the arm moves away from the shoulder, so I don't think we'll be able to do that. Fusion gun. Fits nicely, so it looks pretty good with that body as well. And then missile launcher. This is the only issue I've found so far in terms of the weapons from the new kit on the old body. It does fit, but it only sort of fits in that position, sort of resting on the thigh, aiming downwards. But I mean, if you were fitting it with the sweeping hawk wings, sorry, just make sure that's sat flush. If you're fitting it with the sweeping hawk wings, you could have it jumping down, firing missiles, so that'd be pretty good. Jump generator. If we're fitting this to the back of the existing Autarch, the only thing I would say is this tab here with the 3 spirit stones on, you might have to trim off, but there is an actual line where you could cut it away, because when we fit it to the back, it just sort of, let's bring that into focus, interferes with the cape slightly. So if you trim that bit off with the 3 spirit stones, that might actually work. And the back banner, that fits onto the new body just fine, no issues with that one, although it might look a little bit odd with the back banner on. And then in terms of the new heads, all of these fit fine with no issue, because there's no pegs on these heads. So unhelmeted option, Banshee mask, fits absolutely fine, looks quite good on that body actually. And the other helmeted head, again fits fine, so no issues there. So aside from the missile launcher being just a little bit iffy in terms of fitment, everything from the old kit fits to the new Eldritch Omens body, and everything from the new Eldritch Omens kit fits on the older Autarch body, so that's cool. In terms of game rules, if we're going off what we've got in the datasheet, if I just bring the datasheet in slightly, there's an option at the bottom there that says, if this model is not equipped with 1 Warp Spider jump generator, 1 Howling Banshee mask, this model's Shrieking Pistol and Starglaive can be replaced with a Fusion Pistol, Banshee Blade, Mandy Blasters or Swooping Hawk Wings. So if you was considering making some sort of evil Autarch with Mandy Blasters, Starglaive, Death Spinner and a jump generator, at the moment, according to the data sheets, you can't actually do that. What's going to come in the codex we don't know. I'm just going off what I know on the data sheets, but according to that, that's not an option you can take. So if you wanted to do that, according to the data sheets, it's not allowed. In terms of magnetization, I'll just bring this one back in just for a quick look. I've got some 2mm by 1mm magnets, and I've actually magnetized the glaive and the new Autarch body, and I've also put one in the Death Spinner as well. Just bring that in, just pop that on. So you can magnetize this new model as well, this new miniature. Just be careful though, some of these weapons in the upper shoulder area, you don't have a lot of depth to deal with, so drill carefully, just enough to make sure the magnet's flush, and don't go any further than that, and it should be just fine. I've only done these 2 weapons so far, I've not done any of the other ones, but I do plan to magnetize the rest. So that's it in terms of compatibility. Everything fits from one model to the other and vice versa. It's just that with the rules, there's a couple of issues from the datasheet on what can be taken and what can't. If you look at the front cover of the upcoming codex, I think it's got Swooping Hawk Wings, Starglaive, Missile Launcher and Mandy Blasters, which according to that datasheet isn't actually illegal, but we'll see what comes with the codex, whether it's different than the datasheets. Fingers crossed it is. I'll leave it there. If you enjoyed this video and you found it useful, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, head to the comments, let me know what you didn't like, tell me what I could do better. It'll always help me make better videos in the future. If you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe button, that'll help me out massively. I've got plenty more on the way, so if you could do that, that would be great. I'll leave it there. All that's left to say is thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.